What's up, apes? How you doing today, ape family? Welcome back to the channel. Man, I gotta say, you guys are truly amazing. The amount of videos that you guys are putting out for that challenge is crazy. I think we're at like 30, 40 plus, and we're all interacting with each other, and it's super cool to see, right? That's why I keep saying, like, this play's not over. People are not giving up. We're holding, and I think in a way, AMC was saying that AMC is sitting on a gold mine, right? After what they did yesterday, purchasing that 22% stake of that gold mine, right? So we'll talk a little bit about that, guys. I do want to talk about a little bit of what the Fed said today, right? Fed Jerome Powell, and how the inflation, I think, is going to affect our play for a little while, but it's all positive, right, guys? I think that we have some good things lined up for us and coming for us. Okay, and I'll kind of jump into that information. Again, I want to remind you, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so don't take it as that. Take it for educational and entertainment purposes. So yeah, guys, thank you. Family's amazing again. And later I'll shout out some more people, right, that came through, and I think you should go check them out as well. All right, if you got some time. Okay, so let's do it. Let's open up Google Chrome. Here, we'll take a look at the chart, guys. The chart looking good, right? It was a very, very crazy day, volatile day, right? The market had a day today. Just you see all these crazy pumps in the morning, and then as the fear came on, as like the Fed started speaking, started seeing it come down a little bit. And this was like basically almost all the stocks. They all kind of moved the same way today, right? So you get across, you were over the EMAs, and then you came under them, and then we were able to cross them back over and close into strength, right? So AMC was up 5.32% today in the green, and it's at 1523 currently, right? So let's zoom out a little bit. Let's see what we got looking. Volume was normal too, just 38 million. So I want to see some volume like over 100 million, 200 million. That would help us move past these levels that we're looking for here. Okay. So yeah, see, we're above the EMAs, guys. That's definitely a good sign, right, for tomorrow, that we were able to sustain it. And we, even though we crossed it, we came back up. All right. I'm just gonna zoom out to the daily. And just to give you a bigger picture, okay, it's interesting because we were able to bounce off of the red line here. And now we got to see if we can break through this resistance, right? There's going to be so much resistance here. So I could see, right here where we're coming up to tomorrow. It's like at the $16 range, and then up here at the $19, $20 range. Like it was struggling to break 20, right, for a couple weeks. Let's see if we can get it now, right? And I do have some cool things to show you with the Stonko tracker, right? So we'll look at that right now. The SPY again, same thing. I mean, you saw that run up in the morning and it just dumped. And then once the news came out that the Fed is going to raise rates a little bit, everyone got a clear picture, right? And the stocks actually received it as good news and started running, okay? All right, so talking about the AMC news that came out yesterday, I just want to point out some numbers, right, that are, I think, important. The company said it was buying a 22% stake in Highcroft Mining Holding Corporation and its 71,000 acre mine in Nevada in exchange for 27.9 million in cash. Canadian billionaire Eric Sprott made an equal investment in the mining firm, all right? So that's why I was saying it was around like $56 million, right? So to state the obvious, one would normally think that a movie theater company's core company includes gold. Movie theaters' core competency includes gold or silver mining, Aaron said in a statement in recent years. However, AMC has had enormous success and demonstrated expertise in guiding a company with otherwise valuable assets through a time of severe liquidity challenge, the raising of capital and strengthening the balance sheets, as well as communicating with individual retail investors. It is all experience and skill that we bring to the table to assist the talented mining professionals at Highcroft, he added, right? So I think it's interesting because we can't forget about the crypto guys. They're accepting crypto now, right? They're of course accepting the US dollar, and then now they're backing their stuff up with gold too, right? So they're diversifying. So that's more value right there than just like having just US dollars, right? That's the way I'm looking at it, in my opinion. There was a part down here. Okay, so this was the part. So in this announcement, AMC said the mine has some 15 million ounces of gold deposits and some 600 million ounces of silver. right? 15 million ounces, guys, right? So how much is an ounce of gold right now? It's $1,929.30 per ounce. So when you multiply 1,929 times the 15 million ounces, it's like over $2 billion, right? I don't remember the exact number, but it's over like $2 billion, right? So that's how much gold they have at that mine, right? At the current rate of gold. But you have AMC coming in and just, buying the company, right, for 22% of the company. Okay. So now that means they also own 22% of this 15 million, right, in gold. And that's not even including the silver. Yeah, and I'm glad that Adam Aaron canceled those meetings yesterday, those interviews, because that moment with freaking Jim Cramer was hilarious to me, man. Like, he was freaking out. Okay, we talked about that. So currently, look, another connection. We're just connecting the dots here, right? Just want to show you where I'm getting my ideas from. Okay, so all these companies, this is from the 11th. They have put options, short options. This is a new position, right? This is the open positions. So you still have a lot of JP Morgan's in here, short. You got Goldman Sachs, puts 1.9 million. Jane Street, 3.2 million, right? So you have all these that are from February, right? So pay attention to the February, right? Because these are the people, 12.6 million. Some of these, somewhere in here, in my opinion, they're the ones who are creating the FTDs. So how are they able to get away with this? Look, you have all those companies I just showed you that have the short positions. And this is the report, the FTDs for February. Okay, you look back because we get it 2 weeks late. And you still have huge amounts of money, guys, here. Like, you're talking about $4 million, $6 million, $9 million, $7 million, $5 million. And these guys refuse to deliver, right? They refuse to deliver the shares, which would make the price go up because they have to buy them. And but at the same time, you have all these companies, these or hedge funds or whatever, shorting it and still, manipulating it, like the apes talk about, right? So that's just, that's just in your face right there, in my opinion. You see that? All right, let's go on to the Ortix data. Luckily, this guy, shout out to for a coin _coin on Twitter, because he posts this picture every day, right? So he pays for the subscription, and then he just puts out the picture. So you're looking at the most recent 131 million shares currently on loan. You have 100% utilization, all right? And it's been saying that now for days, guys, right? Over like 21 days. The current estimated short interest 20.87, still elevated. And what I want to point out here now is that finally, this also says zero shares available to short right here on the crazy awesome Stonko tracker. You have 30,000 options in the money, which is a big move because there was only like 2,000 in the beginning of the week, guys. So that's definitely good for the apes. We got to check on the fee, right? Maybe that's why maybe it jumped up because they raised the rates, right? So you're seeing 30,000 right now, and they still have 83,000 puts in the money. So let's see, 61% short interest. There was only one day that they let their foot off the gas right here, 47%, but the rest is still in the 60s, all right? Even though there's a bunch of FTDs as well, right? All right, guys, I just want to show you Adam Aaron. He walking away with the bag. He's ready to become a millionaire, right? And check this out. Somebody made this picture. Got the bag, got the gold, right? He's got assets, right? All right, so just to talk about what happened, Fed Chair Jerome Powell notes the economy's strength. Now, my theory is that because they raised the interest rates to borrow, money becomes more expensive, right? So all these short positions just became a little more expensive, right, to hold, because now they're going to charge them a higher fee. That's that, right? Doesn't that make sense? Federal Reserve Jerome Powell kicked off the post-meeting press conference by pointing the economy's momentum. The economy is very strong, labor demand is very strong, and labor market is extremely tight. Inflation is very strong too, he said, which imposes significant hardship, especially on those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials, your groceries, your gas, all that. He said that the Fed will have to raise interest rates several times this year, shrinking its assets holdings. Meanwhile, Russia's invasion of Ukraine could hurt the U.S. economy through the trade and financial market volatility, he said, right? That's a quick summary. And so they did decide to raise rates a little bit, and this is the idea behind it, right? The idea behind raising rates is simple. Higher borrowing costs can slow down inflation by tempering demand when it costs more to borrow. Fewer people can afford houses, cars, and fewer businesses can afford to expand or buy new machinery. Spending pulls back, something we're already beginning to see with less activity happening. Companies need fewer workers, less demand for labor makes for slower wage growth, which cools demand further. Higher rates effectively pour cold water on the economy, right? That's the reason for it. And but as over time, this is from 1970, guys, to now, right? The S&P 500. What does it do? It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, right? So it always goes to a certain, support, and then it'll bounce back up. Okay, so that's why, like, long-term investors, that's what they say, buy and hold, right? And that's what we're doing right now because we're waiting for a short squeeze play. But in general investing, I like the long-term buy and hold theory or strategy. Let's see real quick here. The effects of higher rates might be visible in markets. Higher interest rates tend to eventually lower stock prices, in part because it costs businesses more to operate when money is expensive to borrow, and in part because the Fed rate increases have a track record of touching off recessions, which are terrible for stocks. Pricier borrowing costs also tend to weigh in on the value of other assets like houses, where buyers would shy away from the market. They're also preparing to shrink the balance sheet of bond holdings, and many economists expect Fed officials to release a plan to do so as soon as May. Okay, so keep that in mind. May, right there. And they're going to also raise rates. They're thinking 6 more times, right, throughout the year. This could push longer term rates and will probably further pull down stock, bond, and house prices. All right, so just a heads up there on that, guys. All right, that's all the information I got on AMC for the news and whatnot, and the charts and the data. But I also just want to take the time real quick to shout out this guy. It's already done, 1776. He left a comment on my video, right? I appreciate you, man. Looks like he's gonna try putting some content out. He's got a couple videos out if you want to go check him out. And then here's another one. So Apes versus Wall Street also left a like and a comment. I appreciate it. He's been making content for a little while now. So if you want to go check out some of his videos, Apes versus Wall Street right there. And yeah, guys, it's really awesome to see the community coming together like that. I knew that you guys were out there as well. Let's go back. Yeah, guys, so just to wrap this up, I know you guys were out there, right? And you all have a voice. We all have a voice if you're an AMC shareholder, right? Because we're here and we're not leaving, and we have our goal, our mission, and we know what we're here to accomplish. So if any, like John Wick said, if anybody comes in and gives hate to people or whatever, just kick them out, just ignore them, guys. We know that they're not holding shares if they're really talking negative about AMC like that, right? Or, if they're attacking YouTubers or whatever. Yeah, so guys, hope you have a great rest of your day. We had a green day, not too bad. Some of my other stocks also went up, so I'm happy with the overall performance today. Any green day, I'll take it, right? And yeah, guys, let's get it. See you guys tomorrow. Love y'all.